crafty friends, I have a new journal for you. And this one's way outside my comfort zone. I am not used to using bright sort of, I don't know if I call them primary colors, but they're definitely bright colors. But I was really drawn to this kit, and I'll tell you the name of the paper, whatever. Oh gosh, I have so much stuff up. It is The Wild Sunflower on Etsy. And so I had this kit in my cart, and I put it in like in October, and I left it in my cart for a couple months, and then finally I was like, oh, I'm just gonna delete it. I took it out of my cart, and then I got an email right after the first of the year recommending I purchase this kit, and I was like, okay, this is a message. So here we go. This is a normal sized journal. It is 9 by 6. And the name of the kit is called Enchanted Bee Garden. Bee as in B-E-E. So I did a different technique on the binding. What I did was I punched 2 holes, 2 holes, 2 holes, 2 holes, 2 holes, you know, so forth and so on. And then you'll see when I open it up and I get to the first center of the signature how it's, I mean, I'm sure you can figure it out. Okay, so there's the back. And on the front, what I wanted was, I wanted this image in the background, but I wanted this to look like a portal where you're looking in through this portal and you see the little fairies and the moon. I don't know. Am I crazy? Anyway, the only thing that is not from this kit is this word journal, which I got from another kit, because this kit didn't have the word journal. So I just have oh goodness, it's the afternoon. It's nap time, although I don't nap. So I have that seam binding closure. All right, let me make sure I'm centered there. All right. Right off the bat, we have a waterfall, and the waterfall can be used for journaling, or it can be used for photos. So the only magnets I have are like really big, like quarter size, so I didn't want to use a magnet closure, so I just added the seam binding to close it, and it opens like this. A lot of beautiful images from this collection. And this real pretty, I don't know what you call that, but that wavy. So you would put your photo here, and then you would journal on the other side. Or you can just use this strictly for journaling. I love this new die that I got. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. All right, and then the last, the back has this lined journaling area. So look how pretty that looks. All right. If you guys know me, you know I like to close things up and put everything back as I'm going through the project. So look at these beautiful bright colors. I really enjoyed creating with this. This still is not going to be my particular style with these bright colors, but I do like it. So on this first page, we just have a corner tuck. I got this new tag die, and I love it, the scalloped edge there. And another lined journaling card. So here I have a hidden paper clip, and I have this envelope, and this opens up We've got a pocket right here, which I totally forgot that I had put a pocket, because it's the same paper and it just continues. And I forgot to put something in there. So when I come along something, I'm going to pull it out and save it for in here. Look at this. Isn't she sweet? This opens up like that. We've got 2 pullouts there. I love these lined journaling pages. Okay, get in there. All right, and this is just holding it closed. This hidden paper clip. All right, so here we have this, and we have the pretty images that were on the front, and each one of these has 2 pull-out tags. And then this one has 2 pullouts. So this is really a journal that's meant for little stories, little thoughts, because there's lots of tags like this for you to journal little stories and little thoughts on. Make sure we're still, yep. All right. Then we've got 2 tags that pull out here. And then 1 little tag right there. And then over here, I just used these 2, fussy cut these 2 and connected them to make a tuck spot. So you have this tag, and a journal card. So this is the center of our first signature. So you can see how these are tied in. So 2 holes, 2 holes, and 2 holes, and then they tie on the back. All right. On this page, we have this beautiful tree with all the florals and the mason jars with the lights. And then I used this particular image from a different one of the pages and turned it into a tuck spot. We've got the word buzz on this tag. Got that. Our sweet girl. I'm going to save this one and put it in that other spot where I forgot to put. I'll have to find it after. Okay, then on this side, look at that image. Isn't that great? Oh, just beautiful, bright, bright colors. So we have this that looks like a ticket. We have this tag. I really love the pinks and the blues and the yellows together. And then we have her. I'm going to, well, yeah, I think I'll leave that in there. All right, then on this page, we pull out this envelope, and there is an acetate in here. I wasn't going to put an acetate, but it just wasn't holding up. This paper wasn't strong enough. So I added that, and then that holds the envelope in. So here's our envelope, and this pulls out, and then we have 2 pullouts right here. And then definitely room for journaling, or even a photo, or more journaling in a photo. So this kind of looks like the yellow brick road. And there's the back. So that's gonna go back in there. And then on this side, it says whimsy, and actually that is going to go right in there. And then we have these 3 that are going to go in here. And then over here, we have a double corner tuck pocket. So we have the B, we have this journal card, so that's going to tuck in there, and that one's going to tuck in the front. And then we have this little envelope, and you open it up, and it has this little ticket inside. Okay, and that goes right there. All right, so that is our first signature. Here is our second signature. And we have the little fairies and the, oh, what do you call this? Like cherry blossoms, I think is what it's called. This obviously is not. All right. So look at this image with the little house amongst the I was going to call those trees. Those are definitely flowers. And then that pretty image with the boat, and then a journaling spot. All right, then this folds out. We've got these 2 that pull out from our side tuck there. And then we have this that pulls out. This opens up, and then 2 journaling spots there. So there's a lot of tucks and folds and flips and things like that in this journal. No laces or trims really to speak of. So this opens this way. Back here we have magic and the mushrooms, and then the snail is coming out of there. And then we've got this teacup with the bee and the flowers, and then another flowers and a bee on that one. And then this pulls out from back behind there. We've got a moon. So this opens up. We got more bees because this is a bee garden. And then we have 2 journal cards to pull out of there. And then that goes back in here. Okay. Then we've got this little tag in the front, 2 tags that pull out here, and then this large tag in the back. All right, then we have another hidden paper clip right here, and it holds this envelope closed. So we've got a little pocket right in the front. You could certainly journal there. And then we have these 2 little pull-outs in the front. This opens up. We've got this little journaling spot and this one. And then we've got this cute image with this little girl bee. So cute. Okay, so we're going to put that. And then we've got a tuck spot here. This is the center of our second signature. And then we have these pull-outs. You know what, I'm going to, no, not, that one's not big enough. I'm going to set that one aside to put in that other empty spot. But, and then this little envelope, I turned it into a corner tuck. And then again, we have the little bee lady that's in the hammock. All right, so such pretty images, just a really bright, beautiful collection. We've got 2 tags here in the front. We've got journaling lines there. That opens up like this. And I just, oh, the colors are just fantastic. This opens up like this. Journal card with lines. And 2 tags on this side. All right, over here, let's see. We've got these two pull-outs in the front. We've got some little girls. I don't know what they're doing, but it looks happy. And then this cute little ticket with the stars, and then this card with the journaling lines. So just layers and layers and layers of colors. I really like it. Okay, so I really liked this image, and I fussy cut these flowers and turned them into a little tuck spot there. So we got that. And then back here, another lined journaling card. And then this was just a scrap I had left over, and you could certainly journal on the back of that. All right, over here we have a little corner tuck. I've got this beautiful tree full of flowers, and then the forest with the lanterns. And then over here, two lined journaling cards pull out from behind there. Then here in the front, this is an envelope, and I just made a pocket. So we have this and these two that pull out of there. Then this opens up. We've got two little journaling cards that pull out. And then this pulls out. We got the teacup. And then journaling on here. You could certainly put a photo or journal on that side as well. All right. Then we've got another envelope here and our little ticket that pulls out. You could certainly put other stuff in here, little receipts or little notes or anything that you want to be safely tucked away. You could put in any of these envelopes. So this pulls out. We've got the little I want to call it a tree house, but it's not really a tree house because it's not up in the trees, but the tree that's turned into a little house. And you can see the little bees there, and bees on that. This is definitely bee themed. All right. That's our second signature. Now we're on to our final signature. And this pulls out. What I did was, this is one whole image. I printed it twice, and then I cut along the staircase here and turned that into a tuck spot. So I've got this pretty image with the girl. I guess she's like a bee. She's supposed to be like a little girl bee and regular bee. I don't know. Maybe she's a fairy. Oh, goodness. I don't know. But I like it. All right. So here we've got our look. She's like a fairy bee girl, because look, she's got little, these are coming out of her hair. So anyway, again, same image, fussy cut, and turn this bottom part into a pocket. And then we have these three pullouts. All right, over here, we have this envelope, and we've got our three fairies and these two pullouts. I'm using another hidden paper clip to hold that shut. That opens like this, and it pulls out. And then we have our whole image there of the tree. I cut the part that fits here, and then the other part fit right inside there, so it creates a whole image. So this pulls out, opens up, and we've got these two. I'm going to go ahead and put a dab of glue on here because obviously that did not glue down. All right. I like to just do it while I'm while I'm working on it so that I don't forget to go back and do it. Because the next thing I'm going to do is list this on Etsy. Now, I will tell you, if you're interested in this, it is cheaper if you contact me directly, and you can purchase it directly from me rather than on Etsy. All right, back here we have this pullout and this. And this again is another image I printed out twice, and then I just cut a line here to make a tuck spot. So it creates the whole image, but you can also turn it into a tuck spot. All right, we have another envelope, and turn this into a tuck spot. You could journal there. And we have those two pullouts. It's a little bit hard to pull out with the envelope this way, but it's okay. So another really pretty image with the bees. Another buzz. And another pull-out tag back there. Room for journaling, all on the blank. And then, of course, with the lines and maybe a photo back here. Whatever suits your fancy. Then we've got two little pullouts right here in this little small pocket. I love this. Looks like my home where we live, so I really like this page. And there's lots of bees. And then I turn this envelope into a tuck spot. So you've got the teacup. Look at this image. You haven't seen this one yet. And then this pulls out. And we've got a little pull out for journaling on there. And then that I just kind of hung over the edge there. And then here in the envelope, we have these two pullouts. So we have our hidden paper clip, so you could tuck something underneath there, but it fits really well in with this particular image. This is another one where I printed it twice and turned it into a pocket. I just love these. I'm not a yellow person, but yellow and lavender goes really well. So those go in here. All right, on this page, we have a front little pocket with these two pullouts. Then we have this pocket in the middle. Ooh, I'm going to save this one for that empty space. Then back in the back, we have these two pullouts. So this is a trifecta. All right. So we're going to open this, and it opens like that. And we've got a tag back here. We've got a tag here. We've got a small tag here. And two small tags in the front. And then we have this ticket on the side. So a lot going on in this little foldable folio. And it goes back in here. All right, are we still in frame? Yes. All right, on this little pocket on the front, we have this little tiny tag, we have a wishing well tag, and a journaling card. And those all go right in there. This opens up. And on this side, we have the water lilies. And then, oh, I could see this. The second I opened it, this one's going to be, we didn't have too much trouble in this journal, but we found it at the end. Okay. This is what happens when I try to stick things in the pockets before they are completely secure. All right. So we have this little card and this little card. And I am literally going to handle that one after the fact because there's a lot of gluing that needs to occur. So I turn this little pocket with this little ticket into a tuck spot, and then behind there we have these two pull-outs. And then we have all our little bee fairy girls back there, and then these pull-outs for journaling. And you know, we call this a journal, but I see photos in these. I just, especially with the waterfall in the front. So on the very back here, I just created a pocket, room for journaling on all of these little inserts. I haven't shown you the back. The back, I mean, obviously you would journal on the back. And I did not ink these because I just thought there's so many colors. Do I ink them all different? I mean, it would have just been chaos. So you have this little coin envelope and two pullouts from the coin envelope. All right. I think we made it through. Okay, well, I love to hear what you guys think. You know, not many of you comment. I do appreciate the ones of you that do. I really have tried to be better at commenting on things that I watch because I want people to comment about my videos and my projects. So, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. If you enjoy this type of project, I will show you what I've got coming up next. And I'm just going to show you this. So this will give you an idea what's coming up next. All right. Thanks for watching. Happy Scrappy Day. Bye, guys.